Let's discuss the investment options of a Pokemon TCG booster box versus Elite Trainer box. We see booster boxes receive a lot of attention, and many claim that if possible, they would be one of the wisest investment options for a set, rightfully so. A booster box comes with 36 packs of that specific Pokemon card set. In theory, it's the most efficient use of our money if we are solely trying to buy as many packs as possible for that set, without the hassle of getting extra game pieces, sleeves, etc. A booster box also has an extremely high probability of pulling a hyper/secret rare card, meaning the most coveted pulls are almost a surefire from the box. However, the pull you do get could be that extremely rare SIR worth $200, or it could be that gold trainer card worth only $5. An Elite Trainer box, for most sets, would be the next product in line that contains the most amount of packs per product. It ranges from 8 to 12 packs, depending on the set, and comes with those aforementioned game pieces and sleeves. Some ETBs even come with unique and coveted promo cards. With ETBs, there's no guarantee that you will pull anything remarkable. The pull rates are all randomized, and there's certainly nowhere near the same probability of pulling an amazing card from that set. Why we're even having this discussion today is because both of these products have two different price points. At my local card shop that has the best prices in town, a booster box costs $144.95 Canadian or $105.72 USD, while a brand new Elite Trainer box only costs $46.95 Canadian or $34.24 USD. You can buy 3 ETBs for the price of one booster box, and that is actually one of the benchmarks we'll be using today. The obvious observation is that for that price, a booster box contains 12 more packs than those 3 ETBs, so that would be a more efficient investment purely based off of quantity, right? Well, let's take a look at some data for booster boxes and Elite Trainer boxes over the last few eras of Pokemon to see which one might actually be the best use of our money. We'll gather the data for how much a booster box currently goes for, how much an ETB currently goes for, and we'll calculate the difference between 3 Elite Trainer boxes versus 1 booster box. We'll begin by taking a look at 4 sets in the XY era. The first set is XY Fates Collide. A booster box for Fates Collide currently goes for $493. An ETB of Fates Collide has a value of $270. Therefore, 3 Elite Trainer boxes would be valued at about $810. That's a difference of $317 in the favor of the ETBs. Then we have the set XY Evolutions. A booster box of Evolutions currently goes for $809. An ETB of Evolutions has a value of $194. Therefore, 3 Elite Trainer boxes would be valued at about $582. That's a difference of $227 in favor of the booster box. Then we have the set XY Ancient Origins. A booster box of Ancient Origins currently goes for $953. An ETB of Ancient Origins has a value of $1,250. I'm inclined to believe this value is skewed and was likely inflated due to 1 or 2 outlying sales, but we'll roll with it for now. That means 3 ETBs would be valued at $3,750. That's a difference of $2,797 in favor of the ETBs. However, I would take this data with a grain of salt. Lastly, we have the set XY Breakthrough. A booster box of Breakthrough currently goes for $687. An ETB of Breakthrough goes for $332. Therefore, 3 Elite Trainer boxes would be valued at about $996. That's a difference of $309 in favor of the 3 Elite Trainer boxes. The data shows for the XY series that for 3 out of 4 of these sets, picking up 3 Elite Trainer boxes for the price of 1 booster box would yield more value over the long run. Now let's go ahead and take a look at a slightly more modern era, Sun and Moon. We'll begin with our first set, Sun and Moon Base. A booster box of Sun and Moon currently goes for $274. An Elite Trainer box of Sun and Moon goes for about $62. Therefore, 3 ETBs would be valued at $186. That's a difference of $88 in favor of the booster box. Then we have the set Sun and Moon Celestial Storm. A booster box of Celestial Storm currently goes for $719. An Elite Trainer box of Celestial Storm goes for around $292. Therefore, 3 ETBs are valued at $876. That's a difference of $157 in favor of the 3 Elite Trainer boxes. Then we have the set Sun and Moon Cosmic Eclipse. A booster box of Cosmic Eclipse currently goes for $870. An ETB for Cosmic Eclipse is valued at around $382. Therefore, 3 Elite Trainer boxes are valued at $1,146. That's a difference of $270 in favor of the 3 Elite Trainer boxes. Finally, for the Sun and Moon era, we have Unified Minds. A booster box of Unified Minds goes for $657. An Elite Trainer box is valued at $280. Therefore, 3 ETBs are valued at $840. That's a difference of $183 in favor of the 3 Elite Trainer boxes. Similar to the XY era's data, we see that for 3 out of 4 of these sets, the 3 Elite Trainer boxes have amassed a greater value than 1 booster box. Now we'll look at the final era for this video's data, the Sword and Shield series. We'll begin by taking a look at Sword and Shield base. A booster box of Sword and Shield base goes for around $272. An Elite Trainer box of Sword and Shield goes for around $64. Therefore, 3 ETBs are valued at $192. That's a difference of $80 in favor of the booster box. Then we have the set Sword and Shield Evolving Skies. A booster box of Evolving Skies goes for around $686. An Elite Trainer box of Evolving Skies is valued at $99. Therefore, 3 ETBs have a value of around $297. That's a difference of $389 in favor of the booster box. Then we have the set Sword and Shield Chilling Reign. A booster box of Chilling Reign goes for around $215. An Elite Trainer box of Chilling Reign is valued at about $47. Therefore, 3 ETBs are valued at around $141. That's a difference of $74 in favor of the booster box. Then finally, we have the Sword and Shield set of Rebel Clash. A booster box of Rebel Clash goes for around $220. An ETB of Rebel Clash has a value of $147. Therefore, 3 ETBs go for around $441. That's a difference of $221 in favor of the 3 Elite Trainer boxes. For the data gathered from the Sword and Shield era, we see that this time, 3 out of 4 of these sets actually have it to where their booster boxes are valued higher than the 3 Elite Trainer boxes, as opposed to the other way around for the Sun and Moon and XY eras. So here are the concluding and final thoughts. Obviously, the older a set becomes, the more its value appreciates. The data shows this for both booster boxes and ETBs, as the values for XY and Sun and Moon boxes have jumped up to higher numbers. It seems like booster boxes have had a steady growth over time, while ETBs have a spike in price after the set has been out for a few years. For the older sets and eras, 3 ETBs beats 1 booster box in terms of total value. However, for the more modern sets and eras, take Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet, a booster box seems to be more efficient for a short-term hold or for steady gains than ETBs, which seem to hold their value for quite some time before they go up. We could have looked at the data for any of the other sets in those eras as well. Regardless, the whole point was to just show that ETBs can be just as viable investment options as booster boxes. The unprecedented data for Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet, however, is the sheer amount of product that has been printed and put on shelves. Will we truly see a significant value increase for ETBs like we've seen already due to supply and demand? Only time will tell. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it down below.